It started like any other Tuesday. I was buried in an edit, planning my next video, when an email popped up. The subject line was designed to grab you: urgent, updates to YouTube monetization policy. My heart skipped a beat. As a creator, any email with monetization policy is a must-read. We live and die by those rules. I opened it, and everything about it screamed legit. The formatting was perfect. The logos were crisp, and it was written in that familiar, slightly corporate YouTube speak we all know. But the real kicker, the detail that made this whole scam so dangerously effective, was the sender's address. It wasn't from a random string of letters or a misspelled domain. It was from no-reply@youtube.com. That's a real YouTube email address. Your spam filter just lets it right through because, technically, it's being sent from YouTube's own servers. The email claimed YouTube was rolling out a critical update to its monetization terms and had shared a private video to explain the new rules. The message was clear: watch the video, accept the new policies. It even gave me a deadline, 7 days, or my channel's access would be restricted. That meant no new uploads, no ad revenue. The pressure was on. Suddenly, this channel, my entire business that I've poured thousands of hours into, felt like it was hanging by a thread. And my first thought was, okay, drop everything. I need to deal with this right now. So, I clicked the link. It took me to what looked like a completely normal YouTube page, which just made me trust it even more. It was a private video, just like the email said. The channel that posted it had a professional banner and the official YouTube creator's logo. At a glance, everything seemed fine. The video itself was short, and it looked like it featured YouTube CEO Neil Mohan talking about the new policies. The production felt a little off, kind of robotic, but scammers are using AI deepfakes now to make these things look incredibly convincing. Just like the email, the video directed me to the description box for the next step, and there it was, a link to download the updated monetization policy agreement, complete with a password to open the file. This is where the first tiny alarm bell finally went off in my head. A downloadable file, a password-protected archive for a policy update. That just felt weird. Why wouldn't it just be a page on YouTube's help center? But the pressure was still on. The fear of losing my channel was clouding my judgment. I clicked the link, and my browser started to download a file. And that's when I slammed on the mental brakes. I looked at the file name. It wasn't a PDF. It wasn't a Word doc. It was a .zip archive, and the instructions mentioned it contained an executable .msi file. Suddenly, it all clicked into place. The slightly off video, the urgent tone, and now a program disguised as a document. My blood ran cold. This wasn't a policy update. It was an attack. I immediately deleted the file and ran every security scan I have. I was lucky. I stopped at the very last second. But I was shaken. What if I had been more tired? A little more distracted? If I had run that file, the malware inside would have instantly stolen my browser's session cookies. That's the skeleton key. It lets hackers bypass your password, bypass your two-factor authentication, and just waltz right into your Google account. They could have locked me out, deleted my videos, or started running crypto scams on my channel. Everything would have been gone. Alright, let's break down exactly how this scam works, because knowing their playbook is your best defense. First, that's email. How do they send a phishing attack from a real YouTube address? They're exploiting a legitimate feature on the platform, Share Privately. A scammer can create a channel, name it something official sounding like YouTube Policy Team, and then use the share feature to send an email to any address. Because YouTube is the one technically sending the notification, it comes from that legit no-reply@youtube.com address. It's a clever loophole that tricks both you and your spam filter. But let me be crystal clear about this. YouTube has stated they will never contact you about policy changes through a private video. Second, the psychological warfare. Scammers create a false sense of urgency. They threaten your channel, your money, your ability to upload, to bully you into making a fast decision without thinking. They know that fear will make you more likely to ignore the red flags. Third, the malicious payload. The whole elaborate show is designed to get you to do one thing. Click the download link. That file is never a document. It's always malware, a Trojan or a stealer, built to hijack your accounts. Here are the red flags I almost blew past, the ones you need to burn into your brain. Any request to download a file. YouTube puts policy changes on its official blog or in your YouTube Studio dashboard. They will never ask you to download a program or a password-protected file to accept new terms. Using a private or unlisted video for a huge announcement. Platform-wide updates are public. A private video is a massive red flag. Typos and weird branding. If you look closely at these scam channels, you'll often find subtle mistakes. Maybe a misspelling like creators instead of creators, over-the-top urgency or threats. Official communication is professional. High-pressure tactics are a classic scammer move. Look, this whole thing was terrifying, but it was also a massive wake-up call. So here's what you need to do, right now, to make sure this doesn't happen to you. First, and this is the most important one, never, ever download a file from an email claiming to be a policy update. I really can't say this enough. It does not matter how real it looks, just don't. Second, verify everything independently. If you get an email about a change to your channel, close it. Don't click any links. Open a new browser window and go directly to your YouTube Studio. If there is a real, critical update you need to deal with, there will be a big notification waiting for you at the top of your dashboard. Always trust your dashboard, not your inbox. Enable two-factor authentication to FA. Seriously, this is not optional. To FA adds a layer of security that can save you even if someone gets your password. Use a separate, dedicated email for your YouTube channel. The email you use to log into your channel should not be the same one you use for brand deals or other public-facing stuff. Keep them separate to minimize your risk. Trust your gut. If something feels off, it probably is. Scammers want you to panic, so you don't think. The best thing you can do is pause, take a breath, and think before you click. These scams are getting smarter and more common. We're seeing reports that some of these campaigns are targeting hundreds of thousands of creators. If this video was helpful, please share it. Send it to another creator you know. You could literally save their channel. Let's get the word out so we all know what to look for. And if you've ever gotten an email like this, tell us about it in the comments below. The more we all talk about these tactics, the safer we become as a community. And of course, if you want more content about staying safe online as a creator, please subscribe to the channel. I got lucky. I caught this at the very last second. This experience was a harsh reminder that anyone can be a target. Scammers are clever. They're using AI, deepfakes, and even YouTube's own features against us. Our best, and really our only, defense is vigilance. Stay skeptical, stay informed, and stay safe. Thanks for watching, and keep creating. If you found this story helpful or eye-opening, please consider sharing it with someone who might be at risk. The more people know about these scams, the harder it becomes for scammers to succeed. And if you've experienced something similar or want to share your story to help others, send it to us at the email in the description below. You might save someone from falling into the same trap. This is Michael Mitnick, where we expose scammers and their lies so you can stay safe. Like and subscribe for more videos.